The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, 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 oh, aye, oh. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth.
Is the teacher for this house. This is her home. She is a animal lover, more specifically cats. You know, typical cat lady. She loves animals. She also loves everything pink. So her house, like I said, this house was already very decorated, very pink and pretty. So it just went with the backstory. So Penelope's room is very like fairy tale princessy style, and I just thought it was super cute. So kept it like that. We have Mr. Whiskers, which is this one right here. And then this one is Piccolo. Oh, there it is. Piccolo. And then we have, where's Lola? Lola. There she is. There's Lola. She's a sphinx. She has no hair. Sphinxes are like little rat-looking cats because they have no hair. Aww. So Penelope Potts is a very fun type of witch. She is squeamish, so she doesn't really deal with like the gross animals, like the frogs and stuff. Yeah, she really likes to teach. I gave her the piggy aspiration just because she has a huge appetite. I would have done foodie, but I thought that I want to try out more of these mod traits from Kawaii Stacy, who also did the Slice of Life mod. Highly recommend. No, she's not clumsy. She's squeamish. She's talkative, so she loves to talk. She's a little piggy, and animal affection. Hey, welcome to Teachers. Yeah, that's their group. So she is very in tune with the animals, specifically cats. I'm hoping when the Realm of Magic pack comes out in the fall, fingers crossed, that transfiguration will be a possibility. I mean, they have, the aliens have their dark form, or their disguise, and then vampires have their dark form, and then mermaids have their mermaid version. So I think it'd be really cool if witches had a, animal transfiguration. I mean, vampires can turn into bats, so, why not? But I think it'd be cool if it was more than just cats, because I feel like cats is a very, stereotypical thing. But, in Harry Potter and other witch stories, they have people that can turn into dogs and rats and snakes and whatever else. I think that would be really cool. But if that does come with the pack, then Penelope will be a cat. So right now she's, you won't see her turn into a cat, but she is the transfiguration teacher. So she tries to show how to turn stuff into other things, like Professor McGonagall, basically. She also turned into a cat. So she shows how to transform, this pot cauldron right here into a duck, or this vase into a water balloon. Just basically it's like a branch of spell work, but specifically on how to transfigure. And also personal transfiguration if they possess that power, showing how to unlock it. And then that's pretty much her main thing, is just animals and transfiguration. And then she also, each one of them has a arts area, but she's also the teacher that helps hone in their painting and their music skills. And then they have their cats. There's Mr. Whiskers. He's sleeping. Piccolo. And where's Piccolo at? Oh, he's on the couch. And then Lola's down here. Yeah, Lola's... bless you. I don't know. She's, I don't know what she's doing, but she's running around. He just went outside for a minute. Okay, so as far as the classmates, we have Willow Casillas. She is a mermaid witch. I made her face look very fish style. So she has she's still, I think, I don't know, she looks weird, but I think she's pretty. I don't know, I like weird looking Sims. Unconventional, there we go. So I kind of like that one type of fish that looks like it has a really big nose. I can't think of what they're called. But that's kind of what I based her face off of. I don't know, I still think she's really pretty, but yeah, she definitely looks like a fish. So her trait, she's a natural artist. She's a light sleeper, so she doesn't really need to sleep. She's creative and a user, so she loves to paint. She does a lot of artwork. Because she's a mermaid though, she can control the weather, and she is friendly with the fish. So that's one reason why Willow likes Mrs. Potts, because Willow can turn into a fish basically, and Mrs. Potts can turn into a cat. So next, Lilith Bator. Now she is not an original character. If you play The Sims, you know she is a character that comes with The Sims in the Vampire Pack. But I thought, why not have her, be a part of the series? I didn't change her facial features, but I did put a skin overlay, so that's why she looks a little bit different than the original, and I did change her outfits, but like her lip and nose and eye shape and all that's the same. I just did a skin overlay. So her traits are what she came with. She's active, creative, domestic, and outgoing. She wants to have a big vampire family, but she does, I know just from the backstory, she's doesn't like feed off of Sims without their permission. She's a good vampire, which is kind of weird because I feel like the good vampires wouldn't want to have more vampires, but maybe she wants to have a big vampire family of people that only want to be vampires, so she's not going to turn somebody against their will type of thing. I don't know. But she is in this boarding school of Arona. I think that's what I named it. I know there's Astoria, Avempartha, and I think this was Arona. All these A names. Over here we have Anaya. I love her. So Anaya is one of my favorite characters. She's just very like kind of geeky. She, like video games, Star Wars type thing. She's pretty cool. Her traits are she's fun-loving, cheerful, a writer, and gregarious. So she likes to do like fanfic, make stories. She likes to have fun, and she's a very cheerful person, and she's super cute. And then the last student is Billy Roosh. Now she's actually a character I made last year, but she didn't have the vitiligo. I just added that because I think it just gives more like diversity to my characters and stuff, and I think it looks really neat. So she is playing the violin, just strumming away. She's like, oh gosh, this doesn't sound very good. So I think I kept her skills like what they were when I made her before. So she's ambitious, self-assured, a snob, and business savvy. So she's very like looking out for herself. She wants to get ahead in life and use her magical powers to attain wealth and fame and everything else. So that is it for this house. The last house is Avempartha. Now I added a room to this house. So this is probably one of my favorite houses just because it's got more of like more input from me, I guess. Very like put together, like, so Eden's house is very cluttered and all over the place, and Penelope Potts' house is very girly and like fairy tale like, where this house is just very like pristine and like you could tell, like a perfectionist lives here. So the teacher of the house is Lilona Olier. I completely made up this name too. I mean, it probably is a real name somewhere, but she is not liking the fact that she's having breakouts because she is a very like neat freak. She is a perfectionist. We have to get a daily treatment going on here. Okay, so she is she's a perfectionist, quick learner, and a child of the islands. So she can summon the I think it's the elemental spirits, so the island spirits. But she likes things to be very neat and in order, so she actually has a separate room for her class, and like each student has their own desk, and it's all very put together, and she has her desk up here, and everything is like neatly put away. It's not all cluttered like Eden's, and it's not kind of all just loosey-goosey as Mrs. Potts. It's just a very put together, precise building. So it's just like basically a replica of the first floor over here, and then obviously I had to do the roofing and stuff and change it up a little bit, but So we'll start with Nicole Cordova. She is chopping away over here. She is good. She is a natural cook, so no matter what her skill is, her food's going to come out pretty good. She's ambitious, and she has the essence of flavor trait, so she wants to be a chef. She wants to make good food and just have her own little restaurant. With the help of her magical powers, she can have, like, you know, the bowls and spoons and everything doing their own thing. She wouldn't even have to hire any help. But that's her little backstory. We have Trelise Flom. She is a elf, and if you can see her ears, they don't really fit. I didn't even show. I'll do that next time. Well, each school, so each house has a specific uniform, and so right now Trelise is in the school uniform. It's a very like vintage slash like just classic, classy, put together look because Lalona is, you know, that type of person. So. And Aaliyah is also in the uniform still. And Nicole, I think, is too. Yep. So the only one that's not in the uniform is Andrea, but I think that's because she was swimming. So, okay. So Nicole, or no, I was doing Trelise. Trelise is a elf, a little cute elf. Are you stuck? I was wondering. I was like, why is everybody else in different spots but you? She is a green thumb, so she's going to be really good at gardening. She's a vegetarian. She doesn't, you know, eat any meat, obviously. That's what vegetarian means. She loves the outdoors, and she has the collector trait. She is an elf, so I guess, you know, outside is kind of her thing. But she's very, like, hyper and just fun and super cutesy. Then Aaliyah is one of the twins. We have Aaliyah and Andrea. Now, Aaliyah is they're not really opposite twins, but basically like one is a good witch and one is a bad witch. So Aaliyah's a bookworm. This is Aaliyah right here to the left. She's a bookworm. She's creative, talented, and a quick learner. She's a good student, but she wants to, you know, be the best what she can be to help other people. Where Andrea is ugly, which it doesn't mean like ugly looking. It says these Sims are quite ugly on the inside. So she's ugly on the inside. She's evil. She's self-assured, and she is dastardly. So she also has a scar on her face, which you can't really see until I zoom in. It just gives her a little bit of extra character. You know, she got into a crazy fight one time in her life. So she wants to be a supreme, powerful witch for her own gain. But the sisters do get along very well, even though they both have different like moral compasses. So that is it for the houses. Now we do have the elder witches that live way down here. We have one that lives in this house, and then we have 4 that live in this lot, but it's kind of like a little community. I love how this one's turned out. This little witch community. So these are the elders. These would be like your headmasters or headmistresses, and like your ministers of magic type witches. So they're not as involved in day-to-day life as the teachers, the professors are, but they, you know, are very behind the scenes, like funding and making sure bad witches and evil wizards and, you know, stuff like that stay away. And so this is their little community. I thought about doing it in the same location that Hattie had hers, because then they would have fit better. Like, that's why this house I had to add some stuff, and then I added, this is the original house, added this house, this, and then these 2 houses, just to fill up more space, but then also make it like a little community, so each of the elder witches have their own space over here. But I just wanted a different area. I feel like this has a very like Halloween Town vibe, with like the brick, and then well, I mean, it's fall right now, so I mean the trees obviously look really good, but I just wish I could change the world and I would have like a different thing here. But I'm hoping that when the Realm of Magic comes out, we get a really cool witchy town. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this video off here though, because there was a lot of information, and this video is probably already super long. So my next video, it will be the beginning of the Let's Play, and I will introduce some of the Elder Witches. and we will see what type of stuff we can get these witches into. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you want to keep up with it. That way you can see what happens next. So thanks so much for watching. Bye.